Hey, did I miss a call from you?
Yeah, we went back and forth a couple times.
I was wondering because my phone was sitting right here. My stuff was off. My sound was off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well,
I think I did it earlier and I didn't notice. And you were already in my hand when you called the first time and I picked up. So I was like, oh, I didn't notice. Sorry.
that's okay. I went back and forth. I did give you a message, but don't worry about it. As long as you're back on the phone now. Do you want to play the game?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Yep. Okay, got everything I think I got. I got the two 20-sided dice that we use for counters of like hit points and health and that kind of thing. I've got an 8-sided dice, a 10-sided dice, and I've got 6-sided dice. So I can do 3 versus 3 if necessary. Okay, so that's where I'm at with that. Did you want to? How do you want? What would you like to do? I'm recording this now.
Okay, sorry.
No problem, friend. No problem. Don't worry. Hello?
I'm feeling the seasons changed and the day getting early.
It is interesting how the world changes as it gets more the lights change. In prayers over the year will change from going like an hour and a half later and earlier, depending on how early or late the sun is. So you get the idea of how long the day is. And it is getting shorter, and that does affect you. I did not have a chance to really go through the episode. I did older episodes, but I didn't do the one just before that we haven't yet put up. Would you like to summarize as best as you can what happened?
The Nancy Spider had been reconnaissing the castle and trying to figure out how to get the pen. And in doing so, the Archimandrake found them. They kind of had a psychic battle through some dice.
Right.
The spider finally lands on Cassandra or lands on Isabella, and it goes to them who have been looking for each other in a very confusing, multi-layered world. They didn't know if they were good. I'm sorry, I'm not describing very well. Well, they're at the gate of XALTIA, about to go into the mist.
And that's where they are now.
Well, no, they met up with Tobit and Mir, and they went into the mist, and
Isabella's the independent one with the cigarettes. She's kind of on her own. And Tobit and Cassandra are an item,
Isabella kind of kept the mood in the good mood.
Yes.
Between Mir and them. And Mir did her chanting, kind of describing how they find their way. And during that, I think the spider, one of us finds a moment through to the other side in which Penn is looking for the spider to get out of the situation he's in because it's getting obnoxious.
Yeah, he's been in hell.
He's banging at his door at Hut.
Right.
They find a connection through the book, and Penn is pulled into XALTIA, and so is Hut in a pause, and with him there, they're able to clear a path into the stone circle where it said they were supposed to go to exit this place where they did before.
And they're about to go do that, right? That was where we left off.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Well, I'm ready to go and do it. What would you want? What should we do at this point? Would you like to be the storyteller of that area, or do you want me to be the storyteller of some of it? Or do you want to leave it in the hands of the spider?
And there they all are at the cliff. And not far from this cliff is a large stone circle, made of stones. And to the far north of inside the circle is a kind of like a slab of rock that kind of surpasses the stone circle and hangs over this ledge a bit. And the stone circle seems to be in a bit dire straits. It's been overgrown. It looks like a small tree is starting to grow in the middle of it. And some other things are askew about the place. Just like overgrown with foliage, it's kind of bare, it's not very moist, everything's kind of dry. It looks forgotten.
Go ahead, Frank.
Oh, I didn't hear anything. I thought you said you found a sound, but...
This is the sound.
Oh, yeah, I can't hear anything, but that might be good.
Yeah. Well, so we're sitting there at the edge of the reality of reality.
Yeah, you got a little caravan cart pulled by a couple of horses. You got two guards or friends or whatever, Mir and Sacramental, Tobit, Cassandra, and Isabella.
And a spider. And Pen. Well, what do we do?
I don't know, the last time it was a trip. I don't want to experience the same thing I did before.
Go ahead.
I think if everyone just knows where they want to go, they should be able to walk off, I want to say the cliff, but not off the cliff. We'll leave.
Well, let's find a thing that we all agree on. You remember, Tobit, when we pictured that beach at the edge of the universe, and led in with Melchizedek? Yeah, but I don't think we should go there, honey. No. I think we should all do the same thing, except picture perhaps a place in AI, the city, or perhaps another place. I'm open to anything, friend. As sure as my name is Isabella.
Where are we supposed? What? Where? South to me leans over. He's like, could I bum one of those?
Of course, friend. Here, I'll light it for you.
And he's kind of looking over the cliff a little bit. He's like, I don't want to be the first one to try.
What I'm saying is, if it's all right, I think we should all have a picture of what we want to do. Maybe even draw a picture in our books that's the same picture. Although I think about it, another place you could draw is the crypt at the beginning of all this. Pen, you might have an opinion on this, other than everyone else. I remember you gave me... Huh?
Going back to the crypt?
You gave me someone named Knox, Kenneth Knox, and he has since rejoined the world here, but for a little bit of time, way back in the early days when I met you, the first day I met you, when Melchizedek and you and all of us were there, and then Melchizedek was zipped away into his world, we don't know where he went, This Kenneth Knox filled me in on everything that you had gone through, including the first thing you went to before any of these adventures were recorded, if you will. The crypt at the beginning of all this that has the sleeping gods. Maybe I myself am a sarcophagus there. Yeah, and me too. All of us, really. We could go there, too, if we wanted to get to a place very central. But at the same time, perhaps we could just find some place in AI we'd like to go to. Or really, any place at all. Doesn't have to be any place even then. We could make some place up. Pen, what do you think of, old man?
I think there's another place too.
Where would it be?
So we have AI, the Crypt. But I am thinking about the Green Dragon.
The Green Dragon, who is still in the world before the world of the Crypt.
And we had promised to come back with information that we never had. Was that just a way to get away from the dragon, or could we actually go back to them with information?
Well, I know Melchizedek has told me already that he did want to wake all the gods up and look to the Green Dragon as an ally against the Red Dragon that I had a vision of myself as the woman of that vision being hurt by some kind of priestess from far off camera, and then the Red Dragon that she can use to control and to attack me as the woman of the goddess, the Ashura, or other goddesses of the earth that I was during the game. You remember, don't you? Of course I remember, huh? Well, in any case, why don't we all decide, if we can, what we'd like to draw in our charters, all of us, those of us as trained as paladins, my brothers Mir and, well, my sister Mir and my brother Satame and me, and the three of you guys.
Mir looks very serious. We are hardly as siblings.
Well, in the service of protecting the castle and creating good things for, you know, mapping the mists, if you will. I didn't mean to infringe upon your title. I know you're higher up than I am, ma'am.
She looks even more irritated than she did before, which is quite a stretch already. And she stands there with her arms folded, staring at the stone circle. Sacramental enjoys a cigarette at the edge of the cliff. And is kind of just pondering over his writing book.
Well, I don't mean to take control of this. Oh, go ahead, Isabella. You're doing great. Thanks. I don't mean to take control over this. But I think we should all decide right now where we want to go after this. And I think Penn, if it's all right with you, I've only recently been awake around you, but in this world I've known, this world's inside of you. So it really should be up to you to decide what you, and then all the rest of us can draw what you do. What do you think you'd like to be, or be where you want to be?
He's looking around, he's wondering, he's thinking about it. Like, oh, I guess there's a few different options. All right, well, we could go back to AI.
Right.
And then something steps out of the mist, and you instantly see that it's another pen. He says, I think it would be better if we go to the crypt.
Well, let's vote.
And then from the mist, another pen pops